Stop popping ass on celebrities when you have a man. I don't expect you ever to go crazy over a celebrity if you're my woman, because guess what? I'm your celebrity. No other man should ever make you feel like you need to get out of character for a moment, because then you're just a moment chick. Are men insecure? Probably. I mean, most of us are, right? But when your girl's out here just throwing ass on Say Breezy, and you think that you got something good and she's faithful and she has all the morals that you expect your woman to have, and it's just broken in about 12 seconds, that makes you question yourself. If y'all don't know and you haven't seen it, Chris Brown is back at it again. He's breaking up relationships in nothing but 12 seconds. His famous meet and greets where women decide to go ahead and act crazy. Doesn't matter if they have a boyfriend or not, they are throwing ass on him like this, like that, and like this. And these women are saying, you know what? Listen, it's Chris Brown. I'm gonna go crazy. I don't care. My relationship could be over. It doesn't matter.
I would trade my ex for meeting Chris Brown 100 more times. So definitely really, really worth it.
I'm trading in my ex for that one meeting with Chris Brown. And I may not even sleep with him, but I don't care. It's Chris Brown. Now, after hearing about this latest meet and greet that caused a few more breakups, it made me think about, are men actually insecure? I'm sure we are, but I'm sure sometimes, ladies, y'all contribute to that. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about just that. But if you're new to the channel and you don't know, it's Touché back with another one here on Date Theory. Now, after watching some of these videos on TikTok and Instagram about women saying they didn't care about if they had a man or not, they met Chris Brown, so they're going to let him do whatever, pick me up, grab my ass, let me pop it on you, and I don't care. That really made me think about the insecurities that form in men. And don't get me wrong, there are some men who have insecurities that they try to mask and they try to hide. And many of us do that. We try to hide what we don't want people to see as weakness. And that's what an insecurity can feel like. It can feel like a weakness and inadequacy. We don't want people to see that. But ladies, gotta be real. Sometimes y'all contribute to our insecurities. And if you don't know, let's talk about it. Ladies, there's certain behaviors that y'all have and things that you can say that you may unintentionally make your man feel insecure. You may not even be aware. Like, have you ever compared your man to another man? Like, I'm talking about his looks, his abilities, his success, any of that stuff that you see from another man and you say, damn, I really like that. Shit must be nice. Those little words do so much for us. And it starts so many cracks in our confidence already that you may not even be aware of. Ladies, you got to understand, when you compare us to another man and what they have at that time that we don't, that's going to make us feel inadequate. And we may start to just hide that and bottle that up, and it may come out in other ways. And that could just be the beginning of it. Ladies, sometimes you may set unrealistic expectations for us at the time. You see a man that has something else that you want, a lifestyle, or maybe something that they own, and you're like, damn, I really wish we could have that. And you start to make us feel like we need to provide that right away. Like, I need to have you constantly keeping your attention on me. I don't want you ever looking at another man wanting. So that puts a lot of pressure on us as guys and makes us feel like we have to do whatever we can to grind out and go get and provide whatever you feel like is attractive. Because ladies, honestly, we want to keep your attraction 100%. We want you to have all eyes on us, just like you want us to have all eyes on you. A lot of the unrealistic expectations you set at the time are things that we may not have at that moment, like being strong, successful, emotionally stable, like all these things that you may want in your perfect man, but you met us in our building phase before we got to the person that you're admiring right now. And all while you're looking at someone else and comparing and setting these unrealistic expectations at the moment, you're already lacking affirming us of the things that we already do well, things that you actually like about us that got you in the first place. Ladies, we just like y'all. We want to hear the good shit too. Tell us why you love us. Tell us why you think we're great. Big us up on our achievements. It's nothing like going home to your woman and feeling like the man, like you really him, like you appreciate everything that we do for us. But don't get me wrong. It's like I said at the beginning of the video, there are some men who mask their insecurities with their confidence, but they really just are good at hiding how they really feel, unless you understand what those hidden insecurities actually look like. Ladies, you ever met a man who overcompensates? It's nothing like them short kings, you know, them 5'7" and unders that really just are either really aggressive or overly confident or have to really flash their money or what they have to make you feel like you need to like me. You know, a guy who leads with materials instead of values, you know, that type of guy. The ones that wear the big chains with the basic t-shirts and has to drive the really expensive car they can barely afford. You know, those guys. The loud ones that may get your attention for the moment, but they can't retain it. Because when you get to know them, you get to see how quiet they actually really are. Now, overcompensation is usually a sign of some deep-seated insecurities. And I gave the example of the short kings because honestly, when you fall under a certain height, you're just even less appealing to most women. And that's not really something you can do about it. Like, you got to be able to have a little bit more jokes in the bag. You know, your personality got to be just that much better. You know, you got to hit the gym and do that extra mile a little bit harder. There's nothing that you can really do about it. So what you do as a man, you show out in different ways to make up for those inches that you may be missing. Now, you may find men that avoid situations that make them feel vulnerable because that shit can be uncomfortable. You're like, I really don't like this space. I don't want to have to tell you about what I think and how I feel because it's going to make me look less appealing. You're going to like me not as much. And my favorite one is the guys who seek validation, the ones who need you to tell them who they are, how they look, all the things you love about them all the time. Because as much as they say it, they actually don't believe it. They need you to always validate what they're saying so that way it becomes a reality to them. These are the things that I think about when I see the situations like the meet and greet with Chris Brown. Like, you're in a relationship and you're going wild crazy over a celebrity that you'll never see again. So you completely act out for that few seconds that can impact and have a greater change on your everyday life. You drop your morals, you drop your values, you drop your standards, whatever it is, just to grab a picture and grab a moment for someone so that way you can feel good. And you know, I feel bad for some of the guys that broke up with their girlfriends, but also I understand and I respect it. Like, if your girl doesn't know how to carry herself in a room full of anybody, then that says a lot about her character. I don't expect you ever to go crazy over a celebrity if you're my woman, because guess what? I'm your celebrity. Yes, me. I'm the one that you should be going ape shit for, slapping ass.
What?
Getting asked to get picked up and flipped for. Like, no other man should ever make you feel like you need to get out of character for a moment, because then you're just a moment chick. And I don't know about you, I don't want to be with a moment chick. Now, do not let insecurities really dictate your relationship, because insecurities can ruin your relationship. We're not letting you know what makes us feel uncomfortable that you may do, or things that actually bother us. When you open up the conversation about your insecurities and you communicate it to your partner, y'all can start to figure it out together. And you can start to have some clarity on why you shouldn't think like that or why I shouldn't be like that. Also, your insecurities can cause a lot of trust and jealousy issues, and you don't want that. Every relationship, the foundation is built off of trust. If you do not have trust with your partner, then you do not have anything else to build on. So you cannot say you trust your partner and then be insecure about everything that they do. If you find yourself constantly questioning your partner's loyalty or their intentions, then you really need to do some self-reflecting and figure out why you feel this way, not just about them, but about you. What makes you feel this way about every person that you deal with? Because I'm pretty sure this isn't the first occurrence. And if you find yourself in that space that it's really hard for you to express your emotions and just really connect with someone that's deeper than your surface, then you probably need to seek some help, find someone to talk to, and figure out what that deep-rooted issue really is. We've all felt insecurities at some point in our life and probably are still dealing with them. I know I am, but I don't let my insecurities affect my relationships because I'm able to address them not with just the other person, but also with myself. Don't let your insecurities get the best of you and ruin your relationships. And ladies, listen to me. Stop popping ass on celebrities when you have a man. Respect your relationship. If your man is respecting your relationship, you respect your relationship. And for God's sake, even if you don't respect your relationship, respect your damn self. And when you're done clapping ass, I want you to hit that subscribe button. And tell me some insecurities that have actually affected you in your relationship. I'd love to know in the comments. Y'all already know where you at and you know who you with. Touché. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.